Thank you. Obviously, we're excited about getting down to the SEC tournament, playing a Texas A&M team. I think that we just played this, very physical, play great defense, and we've got to get ourselves back, pull ourselves back up after a tough loss on the road at Tennessee. But we're excited about getting down to the tournament.
Coach, your first question is going to come from Chip Howard of KZNE Radio.
Frank, what are the advantages and disadvantages of having just played A&M?
Well, the advantage is that we in terms of preparation, you just face the team. You kind of got a feel for how they play, things they do, and guys will have a remembrance of that because you just prepared them. Disadvantages of it, obviously, it was a dogfight. It was a game that went down to the wire. It could have gone either way. I think both teams fought hard, and we anticipated being that kind of game.
What is it about them that obviously they have a style, and you mentioned their defense. They played a lot of close games this year.
Well, they control the game, the tempo of the game with their offense, and that's is hard to speed a team up on the offensive end. And I think that's one area that really helps their defense because they, you got to defend for 30, 35 seconds when you're guarding them, and they're very patient. And Caruso is an outstanding player. I think he's really mature as a player, and that's they kind of grind you a little bit on the offensive end, and then when you go, if you quick shoot, that plays right in their hands, and you got to be patient on both ends, and that's what keeps the possessions down, and it keeps the games tight.
Thanks, Frank.
Mm-hmm.
Lebo, Sports Radio 18.
Coach, you guys started the season 12-1 and have gone 9-9 since. Other than the schedule, the non-con versus the conference, what do you think has been the biggest difference between the first 13 games and the last 18?
Well, obviously you're getting league play. League play is is different than playing non-league games, and I think we've got to continue to you're playing most of your games on the road at home. When you're playing a non-league game, we played a tournament. We played a road game at NC State, so you're playing more games on the road. That's probably the biggest difference.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Dave Valentic of the Columbia Tribune.
Frank, do you think your team's confidence is shaken after Saturday, or how do they stand psychologically right now, you think?
Well, we'll get back at it. We took yesterday off, Steve. We'll get back at it today, and we'll have a better feel for that once we get back out there today. But I anticipate our guys being, ready psychologically to compete and get ready to prepare ourselves to go play Thursday. And
what do you feel like A&M did that created such a difficulty in passing the ball the way that you had been?
Well, they play passing lanes in their man, and you just got to have great cutting, and you got to meet passes. A&M's got pretty good length on the perimeter. With Caruso starting at the one, and Jones and Green, all those guys are like 6'6", 6'7". They're long. You've got to have great patience in running offense against those guys. And I think the biggest thing with them is what they do on the offensive end. I just stated they grind you on the offensive end. So you've got to be, you got from a defensive standpoint, it's hard to speed them up, and that's where they get you, and that's when the possessions are lessened because of how long your possessions are on the offensive end.